Our next math lesson is about the laws of exponent. You have learned this kind of multiplication. You have 2 times 2 times 2 and your answer is 8. But we can also write this as in the form of exponent. We have 2 raised to 3. Since we multiply 2 3 times by itself, we write it 2 raised to 3 or 2 cubed. So our first law of exponent is if we have a number b raised to n, we say that we multiply b by itself n times. If we have this kind of problem, we can write this into this form. We have 2 cubed times 2 cubed, and this is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times another 2 cubed. We have 2 times 2 times 2. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So the answer here is 2 raised to 6. So in short, if we have 2 cubed squared, that is 2 raised to 6. Let us see this. There is a pattern here. We have 2 cubed squared. The answer is 2 raised to 6. We copy the base and then we have 6 here. From 3 times 2 becomes 6. So the second law of exponent is if we have a number b raised to m raised to n, the answer is b raised to mn, the product of these two exponents. And we call this as power of powers. So for example, we have x raised to 2 or x squared raised to 4. The answer is x raised to 8. Just multiply the exponent and then copy the base. Let's have this example. We have 2 raised to 3 times 2 raised to 4. How do we get the product for this? We can go back to law number 1. We have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So there are 7 2's. We have 2 raised to 7. We multiply 2 by itself 7 times. So we have 2 raised to 7. In symbols, we can write b raised to m times b raised to n equals, copy the base b, and what happened here is our exponent will be added, m plus n. For example, we have c squared times c cubed equals c raised to 5. Just add the exponent to plus 3 and the answer is 5. So we have c raised to 5. This is the third law. And this law is called the product of a power. Another situation, we have 2 raised to 6 divided by 2 squared. To answer this, we can apply rule or law number 1. We say 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. We have multiplied 2 by itself 6 times. And then here we have 2 squared, that is 2 times 2. Divide this, what remains, we have only 2 raised to 4. So again, we have to write 2 raised to 6 divided by 2 squared is equal to 2 raised to 4. So here we notice that the base we just copy, and then we have the exponent 6 minus 2 equals 4. We can have this conclusion that any number b raised to n divided by another, we have b raised to m equals, just copy the base b and then subtract the exponent, we have n minus m. In this case, the exponent becomes positive if the exponent of our numerator is bigger than the exponent in our denominator. Here we have 2 raised to 6. 6 is bigger than 2. Therefore, our product here or result here is 2 raised to 4 because we have the exponent which is positive. In this law number 4, example for this is we have x raised to 10 divided by x raised to 3. We have x raised to 10 minus 3 is 7. Another, we have, if we have to get the inverse of this, 2 squared divided by 2 raised to 6. And we answer this by applying the first law of exponent. We have 2 times 2 over 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. We have, the answer here is, divide this, what remains is 1 over, there are 4 2's here, we multiply 2 by itself 4 times, then we have 2 raised to 4. We can also answer this by applying rule number 4. So we have 2 squared divided by 2 raised to 6 equals, copy the base 2 and then subtract the exponents, 2 minus 6. And the answer is 2 raised to negative 4. Since we have the same problem, it means that our result would also be the same. So we have 2 raised to negative 4 is equal to 1 over 2 raised to 4. Our fifth rule is, if we have a number b raised to negative n, the answer is 1 over b raised to positive n. Of course, we can also interchange this. We have, if we have b raised to n, we can also say 1 over b raised to negative n. And our sixth rule is, the sixth law of exponent is, if we have a number b raised to 0, the answer is always 1. Why is this so? We can have b divided by b equals 1. We can also apply rule number 4 for this. We have b raised to 1 minus 1. The exponent here is 1. Here also is 1, so we subtract. Therefore, the answer is b raised to 0. Therefore, b raised to 0 is equal to 1. This is applicable to all types of number raised to 0, the result is always 1. That's all for this law of exponent. We can have the application.